Once upon a time, in a small village nestled between verdant mountains and a peaceful river, lived a young man. This young man was known for his extraordinary talents and potential. He was intelligent, gifted with many skills, yet suffered from an afflictive ailment of the spirit, an insurmountable laziness. His days would pass with lethargy as his constant companion. Promising tasks and potential achievements were left unfinished, swept under the rug of procrastination. Friends and mentors who admired his innate gifts lamented this unfortunate disposition. He was often seen idly strolling around the village, the sun setting behind him with the day's promise unfulfilled. One day, a wise old monk who had observed the young man's situation from a distance decided to intervene. He invited the young man to join him on a journey to the neighboring village. Intrigued by the prospect of an adventure, the young man agreed, seeing this as a perfect opportunity to escape his familiar setting of unfulfilled responsibilities. As they set out, the monk handed the young man a large bag filled with small stones. "Your task is simple," the monk explained. "Every time you take a step, drop a stone from the bag." Finding the task strange yet easy, the young man accepted. Along the path, he dropped a stone with every step, feeling the bag become progressively lighter. But after a while, the repetitiveness of the task bore down on him. His steps grew slower, and he started to miss a few. Observing this, the monk said, "You see, young man, each stone you drop signifies a task you complete. The bag getting lighter symbolizes the relief and progress you make. Yet, if you skip steps and fail to drop a stone, you carry the unnecessary weight longer." The young man understood and recommitted himself to the task. As they neared the neighboring village, the bag was almost empty, and the feeling of lightness gave him newfound energy. After a short rest, they prepared for their journey back. But this time, the monk presented him with a bag brimming with feathers. "Now, for each step you take back, pick a feather from the ground," the monk said, pointing at a trail of feathers leading back to their village. The young man realized the difficulty of this new task. Unlike stones, the feathers were delicate, easily taken by the wind. He had to chase some, bend and stretch to pick others. But with each feather collected, he noticed an emerging pattern, a rhythm that sped up his pace and made the task enjoyable. As they arrived back to their village, the bag filled with feathers, the monk shared his final wisdom. The feathers represent tasks that seem daunting due to their nature. They might flutter away, causing you to chase or stretch. However, once you find your rhythm, no task is too difficult. Since that journey, the young man began to change. He viewed each task as a stone to drop, a weight to shed off his life, and also as a feather to catch, a rhythm to find, a challenge to enjoy. His days became more productive. His unfulfilled potentials began to turn into remarkable achievements, all with the wisdom of dropping stones and collecting feathers. The village watched in awe as the once lazy young man transformed. His story traveled beyond the village, reaching the neighboring towns, teaching everyone who heard about the simple yet transformative wisdom of stones and feathers. His life became an embodiment of how even the burden of laziness could be cast aside, with the right perspective and rhythm to guide the journey. And so, the tale of the young man teaches us an important lesson about the nature of tasks and responsibilities in our lives. Each task we are given is both a stone and a feather. As a stone, it is a weight that can be relieved, a step toward lighter days. And just like a journey, our responsibilities are often a series of small steps, of stones dropped one at a time. It is when we begin to neglect these steps, these stones, that the weight becomes unbearable. Therefore, the diligence of taking each step, of dropping each stone, is paramount. As a feather, a task can be elusive, challenging, and may even take us off our path temporarily. Yet it is in chasing these feathers, in facing these challenges head-on, that we find our rhythm and pace. It is in these moments of pursuit that we discover the joy of achievement, the thrill of overcoming, and the dance of productivity. Each day is a new journey, and each task a step on that path. Never be discouraged by the weight of the stones, for each one dropped lightens your load. Do not fear the elusive feathers, for each one caught adds to your rhythm. Embrace each day, each task, each step. Drop your stones, catch your feathers, and watch as your path transforms from a trail of procrastination to a dance of productivity. And remember, the most profound changes often come from the humblest of lessons.